okay, just a quick one. It's always a quick one, and a bit of an end of an era here. Just what we do, a quick bit of filming. This is 115 Mildmay Road, Stevenage. And this is where Music Powerhouse all began. This is where it all started. I just thought I'd show you the original Music Powerhouse site. I lived in this house when I grew up in this house. I was born into this house. This is the garden. We're just clearing it at the moment because the house is it's finished with, basically, for my family. Now there used to be a shed here. I'm pointing out here, right, and that's where Music Powerhouse 107 FM started. And what we did, so the shed was kind of here, and then what we did, we had an audio lead that came out. It went up over the roof and into another bedroom, and then basically we had an aerial on the side of the house there. You can see the mark from the bracket years ago, and that's where Music Powerhouse 107 FM came from here. I'll just show you in the house because some people know this house well. So this house is just basically just packing up, and it's all basically finished with. So we're just here sorting out the rest of the bits and packing everything up. So we just thought we'd show you a quick look round. Like I say, this house is basically just packing up. I've got an awful cough and cold at the moment. That's the view outside the front. Sorry, someone's just sent me a message or something. What that was. And so this is the living room. Like I say, we're just packing up. Yep. I've got, my voice is terrible. So yeah. Right, let's just go upstairs, shall we? We'll go up to my old bedroom. I used to have my deck set up in the bedroom at one point. And we did another station. What was that other station I did? It wasn't Excel, but so this room here was my original bedroom years and years ago. And I grew up in this bedroom when I was a kid. And so yeah, I mean, this was the view from my window. There's a few things that have changed. There used to be another tree just there, and there also used to be a big tree over there, which seems to have gone. But this was the view that I used to have. You can see right up to the oval. That up there is the top of the hall at the oval. You can see the shops, some of the shops just there. So this was my bedroom. We see in here properly, can we? Originally, when I was a kid, my bed, the head was here, came down to here, and this is where I was. Sometimes when I was a kid I did have the bed, sometimes the other way here. And this is where I was. There was a point when I had some decks up here as well, you know, later on obviously. But yeah, I just thought we'd show you. So this is, if I just show you out of the window of another little bedroom that used to be my sister's room, then you can see the garden again. Just talk about where the shed was again. We can see out this window. So basically that's the back gate, and there was a shed just about here, and that was Music Powerhouse. The original Music Powerhouse 107 FM was out of this garden, and that was back in I think I started doing it about 86, 87, something like that, but it was big in 89, and we was raided in 1989. I'm not showing you all the house because it's a bit of a mess and there's still some personal stuff left here. But this is where I grew up. You know, when I used to come out of my bedroom when I was a kid, so I'd come out of this room here. So we'll just talk about in here again. So this was my bedroom as a child. And like I say, the view, it's funny when I look at all the houses, because I used to look at all these houses years ago. I remember who used to live here, and way back in the day, like back in the day when I was like, you know, 5 years old, 6 year old, 7 year old, 8 year old. I used to play out here because there's no road, and I used to get my skateboard and toys and that. We used to roll down all the way down here to the path. Sometimes when we used to go on our bikes, we'd go down here and we'd cut this corner. There used to always be a track there. There's not anymore, so no one else does that. We'd go around the block. We could go out and have a look, couldn't we? And so in the mornings and that, I'd wake up here and come out of here, and I'll bring back some memories, I tell you. So like these stairs, I used to jump these stairs. I could do the whole flight. So I could stand here. So let's get a shot of me in this house. So I'd stand here, and I could jump that whole flight. A great big crash. I'd jump from there to there. There'd be a great big crash. I remember jumping from there to there. And it's not that many stairs, but it's a bit of a jump. And then I could jump down this flight, but sometimes, as long as you hit your head on the top of here. The other thing I was going to say is, me and my sister, we used to climb over this bit and stand on this little thin bit here. Maybe I should do that now for a laugh. Hang on, bit of nostalgia for you. See if I can do it. Oh God. Oh. Yeah, I'm standing on it. I used to jump to there as well sometimes, and I feel like I'm going to fall. Oh. So, yeah, that was my mum and dad's room. That's the main room, which is empty now. That's just been cleared out. Well, it hasn't actually, still a lot of stuff in here, but that was my mum and dad's bedroom. I'm not going to show you everything. Like you say, I should jump down the stairs there. We used to hang toys down here sometimes and swing them right up, like up here. Swing them backwards and forwards. And used to push cars down here, or jump on here and slide down. One time, for a laugh, I went down forward. Was it me or was it? I think I went down forward, and basically I got to about here and I flipped straight over onto my back down to here. I used to come down here in the morning, right, in the kitchen there. Oh, another thing I used to do as well, I used to sneak down, right, to the living room, and when the door was shut here, there's a vent there, and I used to sneak down the stairs sometimes at night and lay here and look through the vent and watch TV. Because I used to have the TV on this wall here, where you got the socket and there's an aerial point. It's all changed now. So the TV used to be like sort of like the focal point, I suppose, instead of a. And I used to like look through this here, you know. So my mum and dad would be watching TV like there, and I'd be looking through that vent when I was a kid. And if they come or someone got up to go to the toilet, I used to sprint up here as quiet as I could, fast, but as quiet as I could. That's the front out there. So that's it. The end of an era. But I thought I'd show you it because you don't always get the chance to go back in your house where you grew up, do you, as a kid? And like I say, I used to play all out here and everything. Might do another video of this out there, I don't know yet, but it's been interesting. So thanks for listening. And it is the end of an era. But I just thought I'd tell everybody that this also was where the original music powerhouse was. But I grew up in this house. I was born in 1971. And I grew up in this house when this house was practically brand new. Anyway, myself, AdamB, we've got to tidy up this place and get it cleared out. See you soon.